we don't know anything. We're just monkeys trying to understand something. Come along with us and maybe we'll still know nothing. We're the honest honkies.
3, 2.
Don't clap twice. Oh my.
That'll work.
What are we doing, dude? We're back here.
Episode
Josh's mic
15.
is so low. You're gonna be hunchbacking.
No, I'm eating.
You're gonna be hunchbacking the whole episode.
I'm eating.
How did we not get this squared away?
My back hurts, bro.
Let's start off things correctly, dude. This is a glorious day.
It is.
You know why?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know why? We're joined here today with JJ.
Cosby.
JJ, you some refer to him as the jet plane, but we know him as that straight up gangster.
Yeah, he it's our second guest on the pod.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Loyal listener here.
That is true.
Do I have to listen to this one?
No,
Now that I'm on it?
no, you don't have to listen to it
No.
because you'll be here real time. And if you subscribe to Patreon, hey, you'll feel like JJ does. You actually will get to be on the podcast. 100% of people that subscribe to Patreon get a free ticket to the
No, don't. No, that's not
I
true.
swear, if you're listening to this, I will give you a seat.
No.
But
No, you actually have to be a part of our OnlyFans to get on the podcast.
no, I'm just kidding. You have to be a $100 member like JJ is. Every month he gives us $100.
Yep, that's true. That's facts.
Anyways, I want to hear about what you have to talk about, Josh, because you have been a thinking little rat.
I have been, because you got on to me for not putting stuff in the notes.
Yep. Yeah.
So, I wrote down 3 things yesterday. One of them is because I just watched this movie, and I thought it was really good. It's called The Covenant. Guy Ritchie's The Covenant. He's the director.
Who?
Have y'all seen that movie? Guy Ritchie.
I don't know who that is.
You know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
And you seen it?
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's very good.
Okay, it is very good.
Is it new?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this?
Oh,
year?
it came out.
2 years ago, maybe?
I think it came out early last year. But
And it's about God.
false. No.
It says covenant.
Guess what it's about, actually? You think it's about God?
Tell me the ethnicity of the 2 major actors, and then I'll tell you.
Oh,
what it's
okay.
about.
Okay. American and Afghanistani.
At the Covenant?
Mm-hmm.
Is it about the Iraq War, dude? Is it 2 brothers that fall in love?
Basically.
Oh,
You nailed
I
it.
swear, I have not seen it, dude. I swear, the ethnicities in the name.
Yep. No, you're pretty close though. So it's about the war in Iraq, or I guess Afghanistan. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was on.
Mm-hmm. And so it's not based off a true story, but it's kind of like interpreted through the stories of people who were in the war. So they had, when this war was going on, they had translators, or I guess interpreters, who would go with the soldiers into battle or into whatever mission they're going on that day. And so so the main character is played by Jake Gyllenhaal, and
Good guy.
yeah, and he's got like this group of guys that go and find like bunkers or whatever that carry weapons from the terrorist.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like a dangerous job, basically. But this guy chose, out of like a group of like 5 guys, a new interpreter for the mission. And didn't really trust him that much.
They brought somebody from the home team.
Yeah.
Interpret.
Yeah, but pretty much. So they picked this guy, and these interpreters, like, they volunteer to be interpreters in order to get a visa to go to the United States. So if they serve like a certain amount of time.
Wait, dude, they haven't even been on the boat a little while? We trusted people that were fresh from Iraq to the RN.
Well, they have to go through like training and stuff.
Yeah, but they weren't even Americans?
Well, no, because they have to
That
translate the
sounds so
native
dangerous,
language.
bro.
It is. I mean, it's kind of dangerous because later in the movie they have.
Think about our government, or our military going, all right, we need 2 people that are going to help us on an extremely dangerous mission to fight this country. Where should we get them from? That country.
Well, where else are you gonna find people who speak that
There's
language?
people that speak that language here.
No, dude. From
Alright.
from Afghanistan.
All right, let's hear more about the Covenant.
So they pick this guy, or he picks this guy, and he didn't really trust him. Takes him out on a mission. He does fine. Takes him on another mission where they're going, like they come in a fork in the road.
Okay.
And this guy, before they went out, they call him like a veteran translator because he's been there for a while.
Yeah.
He's like, don't go this way, go this way because there's an ambush or something waiting this way.
Yeah.
So they go the other way, or they're gonna go the other way. But the guy who they just picked was like, don't go that way. There's an actual ambush going that way. So so Jake Gyllenhaal's like, well, okay, fine, we'll go the other way. But this guy, the translator, doesn't trust the other one, and so he like basically beats him up.
Wait, translator on translator?
Yeah, trans on trans. So he's like beating him up, and it like gets really out of hand. And then the guy who told him to go the wrong way was like, yeah, they were gonna kill my family, so I told you to.
What did I say, dude? I said that's a bad idea. They had too interpersonal.
But the other guy's a good one, so it's like it's a tough situation, right?
Vet versus rookie. Okay.
But anyway,
And how many Americans were with them? Like a squad or like two?
Yeah, a couple of trucks.
yeah, there's like 2 or 3 trucks there.
Okay.
I think it was like 2. So they realize it was a trap, so they go the right way. Anyways, they make it to this the quarry or whatever that quarry. How do you say that?
It's Corey.
Quarry. Okay. So they go
Query
there.
is a question.
So they go to the inquiry, and
No.
and no.
I was like, did you do that on purpose?
So they go there, find a bunch of terrorists, and they like have to get in this gunfight and stuff, and find a bunch of arms, and then more terrorists show up because a terrorist called the other terrorist and was like, "Hey, there's Americans here. We got to shoot them." So they get outnumbered, and then everybody dies except for Jake Gyllenhaal and the new interpreter that they have.
The rookie one that originally sold the team out.
No,
No, the one that.
the veteran sold the team out,
What?
and the rookie knew that he was lying somehow. So
Oh, dang.
so he's still there, and
Jake
and they've only known
Gyllenhaal's
each other-
kinda- he didn't believe him the whole time, does he? He's kind of like, you could
It's-
still be tricking.
I
me."
mean, yeah, it's kind of still tricky because you're in the same shoes as Jake Gyllenhaal. Like, is he kind of
and do they
double
speak good
crossing?
English?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that'd be kind of funny if at the end they're like, you can't really translate that well.
No, he speaks good English. But anyway, so it's just those 2 guys alive, and they're like running from him, and they end up like out in the middle of nowhere with no truck or anything, no comms,
Yeah.
and they make it to like this house the next day, and they have a radio from the terrorists, and they end up shooting. One of them they don't shoot him. Yeah, I think one of them shoots Jake in like the quad or something, and then he hits him in the head like 3 or 4 times, and so
Wait.
he's like,
Hits Jake in the head?
yeah,
So he's dead.
he's pretty much dead. Yeah, and so he's like unconscious for like a week, I think. But the interpreter fought off those terrorists, and he's like dragging him across Afghanistan to get back to the airbase
No way.
for like a week. Yeah, and he like take care of him and like,
Is there ever a goat coming down a mountain in this movie? Kind of quickly jumping down rocks?
probably, yeah,
I feel like I've seen something like this, but
a couple dogs.
I feel like I only saw the part where he was dragging him down a mountain, and then a goat, like, kind of did skippies down the mountain.
Yeah,
And then my grandma said next channel.
she don't like goats. She got beef with goats.
I don't know. But that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Well, that's like half the movie.
Yeah.
But I'll quickly, because I know I've been talking about this forever, I'll quickly summarize. So he makes it finally to the airbase. He gets okay, but he wakes up in America,
Yeah.
and the translator's still there. But America doesn't give him the visas.
No.
for, like, months.
Dang.
And so they kind of screwed him over. And then Jake gets really mad and tries to get hold of him. And it's been months and months, so he's like, I'll do it myself. So he goes back.
And he looks like that guy off like the Goonies by this point. Because he got his face shot 3 times.
No.
So he's just mad and
What's that
basically
guy?
trying to. He's like the Goonie guy trying
No,
to get his
dude.
boy back.
No, it's Jake, bro. He looks like a model still.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bro,
So
you got shot in the face 3 times. You're not.
you get shot in the face. You got hit in the face. But yeah, Anyway, same difference. But yeah, so he ends up going back and finds like these contractors to help him out to try to find him.
Okay.
And he ends up finding him finally, and barely makes it out alive, obviously. And and
Hey, you're doing all the spoilers.
Sure. And so they find him to get his visas, and then it's a happy ever after. But it cuts to black, and it's like the war in Afghanistan was ended in 2021, I think it was. Whenever Biden pulled us all out,
Yep.
you know, that disaster. And it was like,
That was interesting.
and then it goes like thousands are in hiding. Thousands of interpreters are still in hiding, like from Taliban who just took over.
Yeah.
And like hundreds of them have died from like execution.
Yeah, I forgot the movie came out after that,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. So it was a really good movie, and I got super mad at the end because of that. But I do recommend you guys watch it, or I guess you watch it.
That's interesting. Yeah, like the craziest thing is hearing people talk about
Spill my drink
hearing
over
like
myself.
the SEALs talk about Afghanistan and the pullout is the craziest thing. I follow this guy Tim Kennedy. Do you guys follow him at all?
I've probably seen him.
I've heard of him. Or yeah.
He talks about how he was. I don't know if he got advance notice, but he was basically there day one when they pulled out of the thing. And the craziest thing is he said there was moms just launching their babies over the fence at the SEALs and stuff, just hoping that they would take the kids with them as they were leaving. So the moms were like, "Oh, we're gone, dude!" Like they're throwing them over this fence, and babies are just getting caught in the barbed wire on the way over, and it's just like the most insane. Like people literally, like there's videos, obviously. Like people are holding onto planes, just hoping that at 30,000 feet they're gonna be chilling. Like
Yeah,
the
that
people on
famous
Alaska
video.
Airlines.
Yeah, that famous video of like those people like falling off of wheel wells from planes like thousands of feet in the air. It's like,
Jeepers, dude.
It's like Titanic, but a whole country.
You know, everybody on those, like, holding on to the wings is kind of stupid, though. Because what you do is you go for the wheels.
yeah, you're not Tom Cruise. You can't hold on a plane.
No, you go for the wheels because once you get in the air, you get free ride because those things go,
Oh, they go in,
and you're inside, dude. You're chilling.
I guess.
You're almost in the baggage compartment.
You just got to be holding on like the entire time because you don't know when it's going to open up.
Yeah.
Stressing the whole time. Yeah, it was, dude, I don't know. It's a mess. Everybody's saying it's a success getting out of there, but it's like.
So did you, I guess this sounds like this kind of tugged at your heart, dude. You watch this movie and you probably got a little sad after.
I was angry. Super mad. I went to bed mad, bro.
Did
I
you,
don't know, I
did you
watched
feel the
it.
same kind of anger?
I watched it a while ago. I don't think I did because it was still happening. Like it was still pretty fresh, I think.
Mm.
In my mind.
Interesting.
You mean
Like,
you
bring
watched
it
it
back up.
whenever the pullout was happening?
Well, no, not did it have to, because I know the movie came out after.
Yeah.
It wasn't, it was like everybody was still talking about it.
Mm.
How'd they time it that well?
Well, it came out 2 years after the pullout happened, but
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it was planned that way or just happened to be that way. But it was pretty good timing. But yeah, that brings up my other question on the list was, have you guys ever seriously considered going into the military?
I thought about this a lot because I was thinking that I do not want to at all. But like if I had to, like if we were drafted at all, I would definitely go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Like,
you
I would
have
have
to.
to-
You're gonna have to go.
At that point,
Like I would.
You'd be
I
happy
would
to
be
go?
Happy to go.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't.
when you get your ticket punched, you'd be like, "Let's freaking go."
I feel like I would not want to fall into it.
Okay.
What branch would you want to go into? Any of them?
Space
You don't
Force,
care?
dude, obviously.
Space Force, dude.
I think,
What about you?
dude, I think my relationship with the military is the funniest thing ever because
Okay.
I would be so happy. And I've told my wife, I've told her like I'm down to go, but for the most American reason ever, the amount of tax credits you get, the VHA, whatever the loan is, bro, that thing is crazy. You get like 0% interest, like all of that. Dude, just
Sign me up.
you go to every store you go to, you just flash that military card, 50% off, like instantly. You go to Chick-fil-A, you're eating free. It's just like, dude, I mean, what, you get paid $20,000 a year? Doesn't matter, you come back, you're a king. If you come back, but like,
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
But
It's all great until you're in no man's land, just like bullets flying past your head.
Can you imagine being in no man's land and just thinking about your VA loan?
Just this is why I'm there.
Like, I cannot wait to get home and get 0% interest. That's the most American. That's patriotism.
But that
dude.
free Chick-fil-A sounds so good.
I mean,
So what you're saying is you've seriously thought about it only for the benefits.
I'm so for real, dude.
Okay.
Like, I don't think I would have a hard time with it. Like, I think it would be easy for me to be like fit and stuff around a bunch of people. Like, that does not sound hard at all to just, and especially to portioning my meals and stuff. I'm not sneaking Snickers at the damn camp, brother. But I think it would be easy to like keep up. I don't think I would. I probably wouldn't cry. I don't think.
From like missing home or like just pain?
No, because like it's like they're like mentally abusive. I don't know. I'd be a SEAL. I'd be going into it, dude.
Okay.
But I think no. The only reason I told, and I'm for real. If I wasn't married, I would be thinking about it. Because the only part is that contract. Because what I didn't like realize until recently is the longer you say you're gonna stay, dude, the like exponentially they start sweetening the pot. So you have to. It's like a minimum of 2 years or something that you have to sign a contract to work for them.
Okay.
And it's like whatever. It's literally like $30,000 a year, like something bare minimum. It's fine because like you get your room paid for and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like real bad. But if you start signing up for like
Well, they kind of have
6
to.
years,
They kind of have to make it kind of bare minimum because you don't
Yeah,
really
at
know what you're
first.
gonna get
At
with
first,
new
dude.
people.
you're gonna get freaking Philip.
Yeah.
And Philip doesn't know how to do jack.
Yeah. Like Gibby or
Oh.
some kind of Gibby build
Dude,
coming in
Patrick.
there. Patrick build.
Yeah.
Just the same dimensions, 5 ways.
No, but you start doing 6-year contracts and stuff. They start saying, "Oh, we'll give you a $20,000 signing bonus." I didn't realize you get signing bonus. And so me and the finances of military, dude, we go together like Winnie Pooh in a red shirt.
Dude, you know they up the prices like that because you got a higher chance of dying.
Oh,
And so they don't pay you
Dude.
in the end,
A
right?
6-year
Not that much.
lock-in. Most marriages are an 8-year lock-in,
Mm-hmm.
like 50%.
Make that work, bro. That math don't math. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but then if you're in the military, you have to do whatever they say.
Yeah, there's
There's no freedom in the military.
That is the weirdest thing because sometimes you'll see like your boys will be back home somehow and they're in the military and they're just vibing and then the next day they're gone because they say it's time to go. It's like time to battle.
yeah.
Like they're literally, and you can get a job while you're in the military, while you're on like, I don't know how it works, but if you're like on reserves, you can get a job at Chick-fil-A and Chick-fil-A has to hire you and be cool with you leaving at any point randomly to go to battle.
They have to hire you?
Yeah. Well, they can't like discriminate because you're in the military. Like they can't say we're not going to hire you because you could just literally leave tomorrow.
I don't think there's any actual, like, I don't think that's really a thing. Like, you can't discriminate against age. People can find a different reason not to hire you.
Yeah, I mean they probably do it under the counter.
I think that's why they put like, I know they can't discriminate against age, but that's why they put in the requirement field like have to be able to lift like 50 pounds or whatever. Because no like 80-year-old's gonna lift 50 pounds, right?
It is weird. Every job you have to be able to lift 50 pounds,
Yeah.
and it's like you never do.
Right. So yeah, that's what I thought after that, and I assumed that.
Would you? Where are you going?
Am I
You
going-
getting greened out?
No.
Candle? You're
I
not
mean-
gonna be a bush dweller?
I've thought about it. I thought like ever since, I don't know if you were there, but Steve,
Look at the VA alone.
dude, Steve once told me, he was like, "You have the perfect build to be a SEAL," and I was like, I guess I'm signing up tomorrow. I was so determined. No, but
Well, I think it's mental, dude.
yeah,
I don't think because every SEAL I hear talking about says always the big guys tap, and not like the fat guys, like the manly men. They get in there and they tap because I don't know.
they don't have the mental strength, but they have the physical strength.
Yeah, I don't know why that is, but
Yeah.
Maybe if you're like scrawny, then you're used to kind of playing catch up.
Maybe.
Like us in this room, we know Michael Taylor would be a SEAL, dude. He would get in there and just go ham. Dude. He would be huffing and puffing, but he would be squirming.
Yeah. I think I would dare to say almost 99% of men have all thought about it. I think that's
Do you
fair
guys
assumption.
like remember when you got your driver's license and then you're like, wait, I can get drafted now? Like they could just take me away.
Wait, is that 16?
No, 18.
I don't know. It's either 18 or
It's
like
18. It's definitely 18.
yeah, it's 18.
I don't know.
But like I think I got a thing in the mail when I turned 18. I was like, how do they know? Yeah, my mom was like, it's your driver's license.
That's
Yeah.
Like, so this happens to every guy. And she's like, yeah.
Can women get drafted?
Dude, yeah, I was going to say, talk
they
about gender.
They still can?
Talk about the, what is that? Not the pay gap.
The gender gap?
Inequality of genders, bro.
Wait, for real? Women can't get drafted still?
You may look it up. I don't know. I would assume it's not a thing.
I mean, I don't want her to, but how is that not a hotter topic?
Now, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, because literally, it is entirely possible, very soon, entirely possible, that we go to an official war with Russia or Palestine or something.
We get shipped over to Taiwan probably.
Yeah, dude. And like, they could literally just be like, your number, you got pulled. How do they do the draft? Is it a lottery?
Birthday, I think.
So it says here that,
Is it a lottery?
I have no idea, but it says here that the women still are not required to be in the draft, but only men, the ages 18 through 25.
Oh, that's a small gap.
Yeah, it's not as wide as I thought it was going to be.
Go there.
Yeah, same.
I'm
Wow.
still got room, dude. This is I'm like, I'm prime time. No.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Man.
What was the other question we had about it?
You know who the real ballers are, though, in America?
What's
The
that?
26-year-old that just keeps signing up for the draft. He's like, any day, dude, I'll go in there when you need me. He just renews it.
The ultra patriot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we like that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Can you look at, is the draft a lottery? Because I'm curious as like, how did they pick the number? Like, did they got the big, balls in the cage and then they spin the wheel and one pops out?
Yeah, it says a national.
There's like, just like a guy in a suit going, oh.
Yeah, it's a lottery. Would establish a priority of calling based on birth dates. Yeah.
Do you-
birthdays.
are you-
So how does that work?
If you get drafted, or is it till like the end? Or do you have to draft for like 2 years?
I don't know, man. Until the end, like your death or what?
It probably depends
Like-
on the type of war, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I guess so. Because a lot of wars, if we really are getting into it, then it's probably
I don't think we
one
drafted-
country ain't going
I don't
home.
think we drafted for very many wars, so I think it's World War One, World War Two, and like the Civil War. And that was it.
We drafted for the Civil War?
Imagine getting drafted for the wrong team in the Civil War.
I was gonna
Just in
say,
the
that's
South
kind of a
getting
weird
drafted
thing.
In the North, like, free.
Yeah. You'll fight the other side.
That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast, but the whole deal, like, Israel does it. I'm 90% positive. I don't know what other countries, but like the mandatory 2 years.
Hmm.
Every time I hear it, it sounds nice.
Yeah,
Just get some structure in most of the people.
I agree. I think it's kind of a cool
Okay,
thing.
just saying, what stopped you from joining the military, but you also are eager whenever you get drafted? What was the fine thread that's like you were like,
Well, I think is if you're being drafted, that means like country's in trouble,
yeah,
and you're going to actually affect your family. Versus if you're signing up,
to get the
maybe get sent to put like anywhere, and especially with all the stuff that happens in the military now,
Yeah.
that has nothing to do with the military. I don't know if I want to be there.
And okay,
But I'm pretty sure if we're in a war, we'd probably get a little bit more serious about where the money goes.
Perfect answer.
it's a patriot right
It's
there.
a perfect
You're
answer.
sitting next to a silky patriot.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. Well, trying to think of how can we get more people trying to get in the military? Then what would the military have to do for you to be like, I'm going tomorrow? Like
I don't
financially.
think there's anything.
Should we throw over some small countries? Would you start getting in on that? We started getting land.
some everything.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think I'm built for that environment, for the training that goes on there.
I can see you in there. I can see you.
I think for me it'd be like I really like to shoot guns, and so maybe if there's like maybe you get to keep the ones that you shoot or something like that. Like you get to
Yeah, I don't know.
progress and then you get to keep them. It'd be kind of cool.
They shoot so much, like hundreds to thousands of rounds a day.
Yeah. Which I'm glad they do.
I wonder. You know how everybody else talks about like the military budget? I wonder how much it is for like
So, you know.
just like keeping the, not like the big crazy weapons and stuff, but just like keeping the soldiers going, like salaries and food and ammunition. Because if one guy is plowing through at minimum 100 rounds a day,
That's not even a lot.
yeah, well, I mean that's
100 rounds, you can go through that in like
$50
2 minutes.
every day. I don't know.
I don't know either, but yeah, it's a lot of money.
If
I'm
you
glad
wanna-
it's a lot of money, dude. You see that F-18s, those jets. It's pretty sweet. Have you seen those?
What?
F8, is that like the new?
It's like the new
ones?
thing, yeah.
Yeah. James has been talking to me about
Buy one?
building, like
Building one?
building planes. Well, because James works for a company that works for the government that builds
Raytheon?
Raytheon. Yeah,
Dang.
he works for Raytheon.
Oh, okay.
And
Is he allowed to be telling you this? He's like giving you the design manual?
Just the blueprints.
No, he's telling me how America just, instead of making a bunch of like new technology and stuff, we just spend a lot of money on making one thing and making it last like 10 or 20 years.
Mm.
And it's like the best out there, like airplanes. And that's why
Well,
the planes that we've been using are like 20 years old or whatever.
I guess that makes sense. Like quality over quantity, 10 to 10.
Dude,
Because they do not care. They'll like, the budget is just infinite. They'll spend however much on testing
Yeah.
and making sure the parts are the highest quality.
yeah. The most interesting, like, thing I heard in a podcast not that long ago, I was listening to Dave Carlin, my boy, Hardcore History. And,
All right.
he was talking, it's like something you forget about, but even, like, you honestly forget that there's engineering in the military. Like, you have to figure out weapons and stuff. But you also forget that there's, like, crazy engineering in the middle of a war. Like, not only is a war just like a race of throwing bodies together, like some kind of, you know, gay nightclub, but also, like, there's engineers just going, hey, I'm trying to make the best plane. Like, in World War II, there was, like, everybody made 5 or 6 generations of
Tanks.
tanks or planes and always making it better than the other guy. And if the Japanese had, like, a fast plane and we couldn't figure out how to make a plane fast, we would try to be like, okay, well, let's make our plane better at turning so we can just do circles around this guy that's fast and he won't be able to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like literally chess in the middle of a war.
Yeah.
In like a 5-year time span, if we're talking about the Second World War.
Yeah, that's what gives, I believe, Israel the advantage over Hamas right now. Is I don't think it's F-18s, but it's a type of, I think it's F-22, but it's because Hamas doesn't have jets, right? So
Yeah.
they can't just like bomb us through the sky. But I don't know if you've seen those videos of like the Ukraine jets that we send, but it's like, have you seen that video where it like turns on a dime mid-air like that and it just
Yeah.
goes back like
I've seen
a
that
full
one.
180? It's the craziest
Then
thing
when
I've
his
seen.
hand breaks.
Yeah, mid-air. Oh, it's so cool looking. But yeah, that's like, if you have like a couple of those like you were saying and not like 100 okay planes, then you're chilling.
I mean, if you're gonna go into the military, definitely the most baller place to go is go be a pilot.
Yeah, that would not.
Like, if you're getting up there and dog fighting, dude. I mean, and you probably, I'm sure the pilot death ratio compared to every other death ratio gotta be up there. Like you,
Or like a helicopter pilot.
Yeah,
And Apache, where you have like the turret that looks where you're looking.
praise God.
You just have to look at your target.
You're looking at your boys, and they all
Like you're a
evaporated.
death machine at that point. You just look at something and it's gone.
But you think about like helicopters like that in movies, like they always go down, you know,
Yeah.
because they're not like zipping around, they're just like chilling there. Like that's kind of an easy target to shoot at.
Yeah, Hamas can easily bang like RPG a freaking helicopter.
You'd think.
But you know how much harder it would be to RPG a F-18 just
Oh.
wheeling by you 30 feet off the ground and just
Yeah, you're just like, really? Yeah. Have you heard about like the what they called the Ospreys or the Ospreys? It's like,
I think so.
you know what they look like? They're like helicopters, but it's got two propellers at the top, and then whenever it's going straight, it like turns them forward and it goes like that. You not seen those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen those.
Well, people are like mad because low key they're kind of like all malfunctioning and they're like killing Marines. Just like they stop working mid flight and they just crash.
Dang.
So
So much being high quality, I guess.
yeah, I know. Yeah. I know. I guess it's some kind of faulty design. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, if you like look at the stats, like let's just out of curiosity, how many military deaths due to training and accidents? And I remember it being kind of wild.
I feel like it would be a lot just because we had prevailing war in a bit where we get like sending everybody out.
Yeah, but it's definitely more than you would think.
So this is giving me a number from 2006 to 2020. Guess what the number is?
Okay.
How many years is that?
2020, so 14 years.
14. Yeah.
50.
No, dude. I think in 2000.
5,605.
Dude, that's big. That's beast.
It's not beast.
Those Ospreys just
Oh yeah, half of that is Ospreys.
just nosediving. Oh my goodness. You know, like obviously the family's torn up, but that big jacked military guy just being so mad as the plane's going down that he didn't die in battle. He died to an Osprey malfunction. Oh, dude.
Dude, dying not like on your own devices, but like somebody else's fault.
Just
Fault
cursing an
machinery.
engineer as they're falling through
Yeah.
the sky.
You're just beating up the pilot as you're going down. Oh, yeah, that sounds horrible, man.
And that's how we lost Kobe too. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. man, for Kobe.
Okay, so how do you think if we're it's a real possibility with Ukraine going or with Israel and Palestine, how do you guys think if the world was going to just really get out of loop, how do you think it's gonna happen? Like full apocalypse, just insane.
Whatever it
You
does.
think it's gonna be nuking a huge population, biochemical weapon, and what else would there be, Josiah?
We got some drone strikes.
Drone strikes.
If somebody nukes somebody, we're all done. Because the second somebody nukes somebody, they're just boom, boom, boom.
No,
Have you heard of this movie called Doctor Strangelove?
the Marvel movie?
This came out. It was directed by Stanley Kubrick, and it came out in like the 60s or something, or the 80s, so around there. Now the whole premise of the movie is basically there's this one guy in the U.S. military who there's some loophole where he can just send the nukes out to like go bomb Russia,
Dang.
because this dude's kind of like a psychopath. He thinks the commies are destroying America and making them all sissies basically. So he's like, I'm gonna nuke Russia. So he sends all the planes out and then cuts off all communication with those planes. And then, so half of the movie is the plane, like shots of inside the plane.
Yeah.
And another part of it is inside like the war room where the president is. And it's a comedy, which is really weird.
Dang, that is weird.
Because the president's talking to like the Russia president guy, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I mean it's not convenient for me either. My guys weren't supposed to do this." And then the Russian president's like, yeah, but what about our doomsday device? And he's like, what doomsday device? He goes, we have a doomsday device where if somebody nukes us, all of our nukes get launched and destroy the whole world.
Holy cow.
Oh my
And it's
God.
supposed to prevent people from nuking us. And he's like, how am I supposed to know that? You didn't tell me you had a doomsday device.
Oh, dude, that's literally what's gonna happen, bro.
Okay.
Dude, think
but-
about
okay.
Gen Z in the workforce, dude. Dude, they're just gonna be like, oh, nuke somebody. Like, you want to take a plane, go nuke somebody? Like, that's gonna happen, dude. That's
Okay.
totally plausible.
But realistically, also getting a devious lick on a whole country's.
Yeah.
No, but
The
okay,
ultimate lick.
besides total destruction, every nuke goes off at once and it's just, there's nothing left. I think it's a possibility. I don't think it's going to happen. But I think let's just Russia and America, for example. Russia sends 2 nukes, takes out like New York and California, like the 2 biggest populations. And then we send over 2 nukes, hit up Moscow and whatever, snow palace they got over there. And at that point, the whole world, like all the economies are crashed because without New York and,
Can you say California?
all of that stuff.
Yeah,
The middle states would be fine. Like the economy would get destroyed and life would not be like how it is. Like it would straight up go hunter-gatherer, like
Mhm.
real quick.
Texas would secede.
We would secede,
Finally.
the bill would pass. What are you doing? Are you bunking up with people? Or are you going straight lone wolf?
Taking all of my money out of my
For the
IRA.
money means nothing.
No, I'm taking it all out and I'm taking it straight out of the bank, like immediately.
Bank's gone, dude. Nobody showed up for work that day.
Good, I can just take it out of the vault.
Bro's grinding the vault for 7 hours.
Y'all are really destroying my hopes and dreams right now.
So Lenny's not going to do it.
Yeah, Nick's got money means that thing.
If you want stuff, you're going to have to raid a grocery store this one.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that crazy. I'm not. No, I'm not gonna say
Okay,
that.
what are you doing?
Moving off the Bible.
JJ's I give up cut going.
Well, I think the clear answer here is to pack up, get out of the city.
Lone wolf.
Do you have guns, Josh? Because you're going to need guns.
Well, yeah, pack up my guns and some food, and then get out of the city. Grab
Are
some.
you bringing PS5 or not?
Yeah, I'll bring that. Bring a generator. Think people will still be getting dubs on Fortnite?
They're definitely.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Playing Fortnite mid economic crash. Yeah, get out of the city. You don't want to be near people, right? Because people go crazy. And
Oh yeah.
get a hold of.
If you go to the grocery store to try to get groceries, you're gonna die. Like people are going wild. There's people doing looting.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to get away from populated area. Contact family. Duh. And then
Just
just
going with them.
yeah. Why wouldn't I?
Why go? I mean, your mom's getting up there in age. I mean, everything's a little bit of a drawback.
Whoa, you call my mom old?
No, I'm just saying it's hard to.
That's crazy.
It's hard to tote the geezers.
What
around.
are you?
There's not that many wheelbarrows.
Oh my goodness, dude! You call my mom fat?
No, I'm just saying old hips don't do that well in the
All right,
Appalachian
new
Mountains.
plan. I'm grabbing my guns, going to Shane's house, and shooting her in the head. Oh.
Dude, they-
No, I'm thinking if everything goes down like right now, we're all 3 going to Shields,
Oh,
grabbing a bunch of guns,
That's the place to go.
and then we're gonna get on top of the Ferris wheel, and we're gonna snipe people.
Why are you sniping people?
Because they're going crazy. No, I feel like that'd be the best place to be, is just up high.
No, dude. If you go into
Sky
Shields,
base.
people are gonna be there before you. People that live right next door, and it's just gonna be mayhem, dude. It's gonna be absolute. And also, there's gonna be 30 guys just so mad, holding guns with a little orange trigger blocker, trying to figure out where the key is. Just all the guns are useless because the guy with the keys died like an idiot in his apartment, and he's got a bag of popcorn.
Dude,
on his
you
lap.
go big brain. You just steal all the ammo so nobody can shoot.
True, dude.
You just grab carts and just put it
What do you
all
do,
in.
Josiah? Are you going lone? Or are you going fam? Or are you going? Are you gonna try to get a battalion?
I feel like I have resourceful family.
But would you guys start to get a group of like 50?
It's kind of a lot.
Would you start?
Just bring the whole church with you.
I mean, that's right.
You should have a backup plan where you meet there. If anything happens, you build a base.
Yeah, emergency.
I feel like bunkering down is the move, maybe.
Yeah.
If you have a good amount of people, I think you can figure.
But where's a bunker? Like, where do you go?
And if you stay in town, I mean, there's not gonna be that much food though.
Like West
Like
Texas?
I think you would
There's nothing in
wanna
West
get out
Texas.
into somewhere where there's grass.
Eventually, you would need to get food, right?
Yeah.
I think you need it real soon. Real soon.
So would you go food first or ammo first?
I would go food first.
Of course you'd say that.
Don't need the ammo to get food.
Fat toasted.
That test, you just failed it.
No, because I'm positive. If you go to a store and you don't live in the store when it happens, there's gonna be dudes in there. They're gonna be holding down the fort.
Live in the store?
Is this a situation though where like there's another place you can go? Like you're trying to get to Mexico, and that's where the society lives.
Oh, like you've heard about this
Yeah.
No,
group of
I'm
people
talk-
that have been surviving.
Or is this like the whole world is done?
I'm talking
like a
about
Walking Dead situation?
Things are not. It's gonna be basically just horse and buggy, just right back to it. Because that's what would happen. If that actually happened, it would just, society would crumble, our power grids would crumble, and all these Gen Zs wouldn't even be able to figure out how to connect the power back. Everybody would try to be doing,
Okay, so first you need to make America great again flag. Because that will get you aligned with a lot of people that have a lot of
Yeah.
resources.
Yeah, join me. Waving it around.
dang, that's true. If you
And then all the Gen Z that are incompetent, they're just going to die off.
dang, that's so
They're
true.
going to disappear.
If you have a Biden bumper sticker, there's just gonna be people that are just so mad at you and they finally get to pick it out. Oh,
No
yeah, don't drive
repercussions?
that car in the apocalypse.
Yeah, yeah.
because, oh man.
Yeah, driving with the MAGA flag and the Confederate flag.
Just the diesel truck.
The diesel truck.
Right down here.
Just follow me.
I
There's
mean,
so many
they
people
just-
following you.
They have the guns. It's-
We go for another capital right at that.
So, okay, so y'all are so.
So he's going fam, I'm going guns, you're going food. I think if we all split up and then like tell each other to like join up somewhere in the middle, we'll be
But you know how insane that is? Because after one day, or probably even that day, probably with the nuke go off, it would affect the whole power grid in such a way that the cell towers go down. It's like, how do you find your boys? I mean, instantly.
We got to
it's
make a plan
chaos.
right now. Where are we going? Where are we meeting up?
All right, I'm gonna
Where
put
the
this-
honks
I'm
meeting
gonna
up
put
right
this
now?
on the podcast so everybody knows our meetup location. 75 and around Bethany, that Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, I'll be there, dude. I'll be getting cheese. Because the amount of cheese pizzas they have stored up for the next 3 weeks that they just pop in the microwave and put in there.
Also, yeah, but this is going to last forever. Anyways.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's crazy. We go straight into the middle of the city.
Nobody's going to Chuck E. Cheese.
It's the middle of the city, bro.
And think about all those coins. You could probably hunt squirrels with all those metal coins.
I feel like you're
Grab a
probably
section.
need to go to the ocean. I find you find new fish.
Just find an island somewhere.
Because it's either go there or like go into the backwoods where there's bears and stuff.
Ooh,
Bears?
true.
Hey, that's all the
Because
meat,
I don't
though.
think you survive off of squirrels and rabbits and stuff.
Yeah, bears got a lot
That's
of
like one
meat.
of them. It's either that or you get like a big deer that lasts you a good 3 months.
Crap, dude. We would be so screwed. Nobody would be able to get a deer. Because you'd have to go, for the most part, you'd get, a couple deer with your rifle, and then you're right back to a bow. And at that point, you suck. You're just dead, dude. I mean, nobody.
You can plant.
We're so comfortable now that if we had to just live off the land, oh, dude, we would get Millard.
Millard.
Absolutely Millard. Would you guys? Okay,
Just hope that doesn't happen.
okay. If the let me think, maybe. So that's a nuke. If you guys. The biochemical one is weird because that's like you can't see the enemy. Because with the biochemical, the power grid might still be up. Like, it's not guaranteed for, like, the whole society to crash. But just a ton of people would just be dying. And you're also, like, fighting the invisible war where it's like, you know, do you go outside? Do you go to the store? That one would be weird. Like a mass virus, like if COVID was actually, like, killing people.
It kind of reminds me of the movie Bird Box,
Yeah.
where, like, you can't go outside, or I guess you can't see, but, like, you can't go outside because you might die. That'd be kind of weird, dude. I mean, would a gas mask help? I mean, I know there's stuff that goes through them, but, like, I guess you need to get one of those.
Well, that's the thing, is, like, you could do those things and they could help, but, like, you're fighting an invisible guy. Like, how much do you risk it for the biscuit? You put the gas mask on and you're like, you're pretty sure it's filtering, but it just takes one puff.
Dude, I'm screwed. I can't hold my breath for, like, more than 15 seconds, man. Oh, man, you made me really sad. I don't know, I'll probably just die.
Are you dying?
For that, yeah.
Are you dying?
I don't know, I was really thinking about just apocalypse, and it would suck, but it would also be kind of fun if things went a little bit your way. Like, if you weren't just one of the 10 million that died instantly, and you made it to round 2 at least, it'd be hype.
Sure. Kind of miserable. I just really like making all our listeners be really sad. Thinking
Okay.
about the end of the world.
In all honesty, okay, y'all be for real. If that kind of just insane stuff started happening, would you be like, then God's really letting us get nuked right now? Like, that one seems out of the playbook.
Like, this is pretty close to that flood you said. Happening.
Yeah. At that point, are you thinking like, dang, this is, you know, like, is this one allowed?
Like, is God real? Is that what you're asking?
I don't even know if for real, but would you start being mad, or I don't know, like something extraordinary where like 3/4 of everybody's dying and you're just like, dang. Like, are you starting to seriously think
About, like,
I don't know.
being
That would have to be after a while.
deities?
Once
Or?
it starts, you're probably, if you're trying to figure something out, your mind's on that one.
Yeah. You're in, like,
Probably like later on.
adrenaline rush, like, gotta survive. Once you survive, you're then probably thinking mental decline.
Okay, let me put it this way. The world has ended 2 months out. You know, you're somewhat sustainable, kind of catching food, getting water. And you finally, you get that, the adrenaline goes away and you're finally like, okay, I'm not secure, but like, I finally got it figured out a little bit. And your mind relaxes, and then you're allowed to think about your situation. Are you going, dang, like,
That's the only word you've used so far to describe what you're feeling.
are you going, dang,
There it is again.
like, I didn't think God would do all this.
So
Or-
you're questioning your faith? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not. I mean, don't put me don't put me in the guillotine, bro. I'm just.
The guillotine?
I'm just saying. What do you think you would be? Would you be more like, at that point? Would you be like, dude, you think you would be chilling, like, nah, dude, God's got me right now. I'm straight up hunting deer with.
Well, that's what I would like to think. I would think is be like, God, let me survive.
Okay.
Better than dying, right?
As long as you guys
think?
being honest, I'll believe you.
Well, I think that's where, right now, where I would think that for sure. But you're gonna be a different person if that happens. Like, your brain's gonna go through so much.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna
Just, we
overthink.
haven't gotten anywhere close to something like that.
Yeah. I guess I think I just get like, I think I'd get more, weirdly, I get more at peace when things go more wrong. Because I'm like, no, it doesn't matter.
I feel
But-
that's kind of true. if you have a true faith, I guess.
Like, I'm like, dang, things are not going well, but also it doesn't matter. Like, I already know the end of the story. But like before, like when things are going good, I'm like, I'm out there, I'm clubbing, dude. I'm throwing booty everywhere.
So you're not. What? That
Okay.
doesn't make much
I
sense.
should have said throwing booty, dude.
No, I
I'm
know.
sorry.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what you're trying to say. Like, if things are going good,
I just wonder
Then-
if things got so bad, would you just have like a new respect, or would you think you would be more mad?
I already
Or what
answered.
kind of person are you? I guess I don't know. Because I think naturally, if I got in that situation, I'd be like, well, now I really have to like trust, because things are again.
You just said
crazy.
you'll be more at peace if things
Yeah.
go bad.
No, and that's kind of my piece. Like, where I'm just like, dang, I am not guaranteed the next deer.
Huh.
But I don't know. I feel like I get more calm in that situation. But
Yeah, we were doing a Bible study on Ecclesiastes, which is the first 7 verses are like everything is vanity, like time, money, family, it's all for nothing.
Yeah.
And it's like all depressing sounding.
dang,
But like if you already know the end of the story, that you have a place to go, like you have faith in Christ, you have something, it's more comforting because it's more taken off your plate. And as reading, it's like money's vanity. Okay, I don't have to worry about money anymore.
true.
Like
That would be nice.
that can go. I can worry. All I have to worry about is my relationship with God, and then He'll take care of the stuff that needs to be taken care of. And
So that kind of reminds me. I don't know if you listened to Theo Vaughn, but did you listen to his latest episode? It was like dropped
yeah, that was
today
wild.
about the near death experience guy.
Yeah.
So that's what he was talking about in it, right? He's
You ever
like-
watched Theo?
I only see clips with that.
He was
just
for
podcast.
JJ and the viewers. He had a near death, a actual doctor physician that had spent his life researching and studying near death experiences, and he had compiled over 4,000 different accounts. Verified that they were all legit people that had actually flatlined.
So this guy's studying like patients who almost died but lived.
Yes. People that literally flatlined. So technically speaking, no electricity is getting up to the brain, so the brain is not functioning. So it should technically be impossible for them to remember anything. Because it's not like a dream when you're asleep. Like when you flatline, it's like power shuts off. Technically. It goes back to.
Oh no, you're doing a good job explaining it. I was just gonna say that what you're talking about, like knowing that everything's gonna be okay in the end, basically, is what that doctor said. Almost everybody who
Yeah.
experienced a near-death experience came out of it realizing. I mean, I don't know if that's all true. I mean,
I was so
It-
confused.
Like the patients after it happened. they
yeah,
were like,
yeah. So
Kind of
what he
like-
was saying was, because people like would write in what they saw in the near-death experience.
Yeah.
And it's almost all out of body. So like he gave an example of some girl like getting knocked off a horse and hitting the back of her head on like a rock or something, and like immediately went unconscious, but she like saw herself like laying there, and then like
Yeah,
saw
she's,
her
like,
entire
floating
life.
above. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like hovering above, and then like saw like her friends in like a barn somewhere, and could recall exactly what they were saying. So
Like
I
a
mean,
mile away.
yeah, like a lot of that is kind of like I don't
do you
know.
think any of that is true?
I don't know, dude.
That's such a tough question.
Because I've been thinking more and more that some of it might be true.
Okay, well, why would God let some people get a cheat code?
With,
I
like
don't know.
giving them near-death
that's true,
experiences.
but bro, if you get to, you just get to, little peeping Tom into heaven, dude, just kind of look through the window and see the curtains, like that's beast, dude. If you just get because he was talking about the peace they feel afterwards, and they're like they're fine with dying afterwards because like they know that there's something.
Mhm.
I don't. That's like, dang, dude. Why does he give some people that little peep?
I don't know. I mean,
If it is true, why do some people get that peep? Because that's an interesting thought. That is it possible to get a peep?
Well, because I think the idea is that at that point, your spirit's separating from your body. And you're kind of like, this is what it's like without having a physical body on Earth.
Do you think it's like? I mean, obviously, bro, this is speculation. We're not doctors. But do you think it's like an algorithm, like God set it up to where it's like, okay, if your heart stops, boom, boom, bop, your soul leaves, okay? And so it's just an algorithm. Like, that's the way it works.
yeah, maybe he like set up where you have to like hit your head at the perfect time, at the perfect angle, at the perfect way in order for this to happen.
I think
Is that
it's
what you're
more
saying?
like,
No, I'm saying like, hold on, I'll get back. I'm saying like the algorithm is if your brain function stops, you start going to heaven or you start going, wherever.
Yeah, but how does it go back?
Whenever that brain function comes back, do you
How?
think it just?
But how? Doesn't make any sense. If it stops, it has to come back on.
I don't know,
You
dude.
can't. If you turn off a light switch, it's not going to come back on unless you turn it back on.
Well, that's
do
what I
it.
mean. They're doing.
God had this little.
No, they.
Well,
they
yo,
do-
you're saying God like,
No, they're doing a little, rub.
but that's in the hospital. This girl on the horse just came back.
Well, they probably did CPR to her. That's bop 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 bop. Keep the heart pumping.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I can't explain how the electricity comes back, but it did, like, it's scientifically, like, there's no electricity for a period of time and then it comes back. So in whatever's happening in that lull,
Is there like a little spark inside her, like jolts her back a week?
anyways.
Well, the crazy thing was that he was talking about that one, the blind girl.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was crazy. The blind girl with the out of body experience said that like she recalled.
She's fully blind. Like,
Yeah.
Like most people can still see a little light. No, she's dark.
Yeah, so she can't
She's leaking
see,
in Gotham City.
can't see anything, and then she gets in this car crash. Somebody else is driving. Gets in this car crash, has a near death experience, and she said she immediately like saw herself like for the first time seeing something,
Yeah.
and she was like freaking out.
But she can see from birth.
Yeah, she can see from birth.
Yeah.
So like the first time
She
seeing
never
anything.
saw.
And so she was like seeing herself just lying there like in the car, and she was like freaking out because she didn't know what was going on. I mean, obviously, but she had never seen anything before. And then she like came back to consciousness, and I guess that doctor was like asking her questions about what she saw, and was like, "What colors did you see and stuff?" And she's like, "Blind people don't know what colors are." So, but that's like, she said that she had like, so her vision apparently was like spherical.
Yeah, that was the weirdest part.
Yeah, so it's
that
like
was so weird.
that's when they started talking about senses and stuff.
Yeah.
So like we can see like we have peripheral, but like seeing 360 degrees above below would be the craziest thing ever. And that's apparently what she
And
like
she
saw.
she was saying that she couldn't, like, she had her out of body experience and was like, oh, now I get what vision is. I see everything. And then the doctor or the physician guy, the researcher, was like, well, yeah, but when we're on Earth, we only see like a pie. Like we see, there to there, that like triangle of view. And she's like, starts laughing. She's like, that's so stupid. Why would you not be able to see everywhere?
So she's looking in 4D, and he's like,
Yeah.
I guess.
normal people
Like
see in
16D,
3D.
bro. She's like everywhere all the time. Yeah. It's a part of me wants to believe that it's true because, I mean, the things that they describe kind of make sense as to what I would perceive like the afterlife to be. Just like being able to see in all directions, I guess, and knowing things you didn't know before. I think that's some of the things he's talking about.
So is it an instant, like once you're dead, you're in heaven, or is it like you go on a little road trip?
Well,
To get there.
he said
The heaven
he
train.
He mentioned that there was, and this is the weird thing, is that he mentioned there was a lot of correlation between the deaths. Like a lot of them were extremely similar, which, I mean, if you're thinking about it, if it's not real, then everybody should kind of have like different dreams and different experiences. But it's weird when everybody starts having like the same type of dreams. Like he was saying, most of them had some kind of like a journey of some kind. Like they were either ascending or whatever they're doing, or going through a tunnel. And he said like, I think a quarter or half of them had a life review, which is like their whole life flashes, like before their eyes instantly. And that's why I was like, dang, that's weird that, because if, okay, it's like multi-layered. If God's letting you get in this peak, you know, tuck that curtain back, why is he only doing half of them getting the, you know, a life review or whatever?
And then was a needed dropping.
Maybe they didn't get that far. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what makes me think it's not real, like not legitimate, because only some people get that.
But also, so many of them are having similar things. That's what's like, what the heck?
That's what makes me think it's real, is when you have a lot of different people having the same accounts of something spiritual.
Yeah.
And also we have the saying, if our life flashed, like when life flashed before our eyes.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
just comes from all
Yeah, I've heard that all my whole life. It's not like it's a new thing.
Which means it's got to come from something.
I would try to do.
Should I hit your head so hard and just maybe we'll get there?
One of y'all straight up make this electricity stop on me real quick.
Okay.
I thought it was interesting that like that not like I don't know if you mentioned, but like none of them had a bad experience. Really,
Yeah, it wasn't
you know,
like they all. I don't know what kind of verbiage you used, but like they all felt the same feeling.
like peace.
Yeah.
Like none of them, which is kind of funny. None of them were getting, you know, getting pitchforked.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It's like, okay, he's talking about the same experience that all these people were having. But you know, out of how many people was it? Like 5,000 people.
4,000. I mean, they could all been doing.
Come on.
Okay, well, what if God is causing that? What if he's the one being like, look off the horse? Like, he's like, this person needs to see what it's about.
No, I'm
Dude,
saying
it is so funny imagining God as a game maker, though. Like Hunger Games, just like popping trees up and just putting a rock in front of your horse's foot. You know when they do the like little blue screen that like turns it. Like,
I haven't watched Hunger Games in a minute.
I watched it the other day. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
That doesn't make any sense to me of how they all have the same ones when like 5,000 people, you know, somebody's going down, you know, like
I think you
kind
probably
of goofy. It's kind of all feel goody to me.
I think I don't think you get to come back. Let's say it all is true. I think they're all on the journey portion. I don't think you get to come back whenever you've been assigned, you know, right or left. I think that's probably, you can peep, but you can't, you know, stick 2 feet in. That's just,
So like on the journey, it's like here's your life. We're gonna let you see this. So what happens next makes sense. Like, this is what your past life. This is what your life on Earth looked like. Now we're gonna send you to one or the other.
golly, dude, that'd be so horrible. Just to see all your mistakes, dude. Jeepers. Just, oh my goodness. Because, you know, like, you could hit a home run and that's cool, but just every time you just threw a water balloon at a girl's face when you're, like, in 5th grade and you just...
Were you gonna say Whataburger?
No, I was struggling to get
You
the
threw a
word
burger at your
out.
girl's face?
Just that replaying. Now it's tough.
Hmm.
Golly, dude. If you do get questioned about everything, then it's just like, jeez. That's a lot to explain me. Just, I was like, why? Like, when I was a kid, I don't know if I told y'all this, but me and this girl, we were in the neighborhood, we was just having we was having a little fun. Okay, there were some new constructions around us, and we found a big PVC pipe, and we said, hey, let's throw this thing back and forth to each other. And we did, and we were doing it. You throw it like or vertical, and
Like a spear.
No, vertical.
Oh, like
we
both
would throw
hands.
the tube. It was like a 6-foot tube, and we throw it vertical to each other, and we try to get it to bounce one time in between each other.
How does that work?
And so it would go boing, boing.
But like long ways, like this?
No,
Like
vertical.
Larry the Cucumber?
Okay.
And so it would bounce one time and make a funny sound because like all the air would shoot out the top and it'd go boing. And so I threw it one time, and that hoe straight hit something on the ground and immediately speared her in the face. like bad. And so I saw that in my mind, I got the good angel, the bad angel on my shoulder. One was like, see how she's doing, and the other one was scream, cry, run away home as fast as possible. So I take off. I'm running home, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't tell my mom what happened because then I'm just gonna have to go back under there. So I split through the door, roll under my bed, and I didn't think
Under
much-
your bed?
Yeah, I didn't think much past
You
that.
fit in there.
How old were you?
No, I was just I had a bunk bed, but I only had one person though out of the time. And I just sat there and I said, you know what? I don't know what's next, but I'm under my bed and I'm safe right now.
My mom can't whip me from under here.
And then that girl's mom, I hear her pound on the window.
On the window?
Well,
Just come to your front door?
their door had a little window in it, so you can see like a peephole, but big,
Okay.
real big. And at that point, I just say it's over. But I'm still gonna stay quiet. I'm not gonna breathe while they try to find me.
Don't you think it's funny as a kid? You're just like, anytime you kind of get in trouble, it's just the end of the world, dude. Like there's no tomorrow. Like it's not gonna happen. But yeah, that's so funny that's the one experience you chose.
Well, that one's just a tough one because it was so obvious. Like
Sounds like you're still torn up about it.
you're not in any kind. Like we were doing, it was all fun and games. Like all I had to do was just stand there and just be like, "I'm so sorry. Let's go get your mom, get you stitches because your face is looking rough."
Yeah, you just dipped. That's so great.
But my body said, "Move them legs, fatty. Like let's go."
Wow.
But
That-
I mean,
That's the kind of kid you were.
come on, y'all think about your life and you're excited for the life review. I'm looking at both of you.
That life review?
Y'all excited for that?
I don't think anybody really thinks about it because nobody thinks like,
That's the only thing I think about.
Your life?
well, like you're never like, there's more. Like I have time to make up for this.
True. You do always think there's more. No matter how many times you hear, life is like a vapor or a mist or like, we're not promised tomorrow. You always think tomorrow's coming, dude. You're like, tomorrow's right around the day.
Yeah,
It's right.
I'll just do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll just do that tomorrow.
You never, ever, ever are like, oh yeah, tomorrow could not happen. Like you say it, but then you're like, no, it's there. It's coming up, dude. Sun's coming up.
Yeah.
No, 2 nukes are hitting New York and California.
Yeah. It's like death. It's like, not like I'm not going to die, but thinking about what's after it, which is what we're talking about.
Are y'all scared to die?
I don't think so.
Dude, I'm okay. I'll let y'all talk because I'm not scared to die, but it's gonna hurt, dude. That's the only thing I can think about. It's gonna hurt.
Will it?
Unless I
Wait,
get-
what do you mean? Like you like getting murdered?
I don't know. There's only a couple options, and a lot of them aren't nice. Most of them are not nice. You got one option that's like where you
Die in your sleep.
die in your sleep, and then the rest are not good.
I don't know, that feeling that you have like when you're like when something bad is happening and you think like you're like that's close. I feel like it's just gonna be like that. You're not gonna remember the pain part of it. Unless it's being tortured or something.
Yeah,
Like if you die in a car crash,
it's pretty quick.
I don't know. I think you
I mean, it
smash
can
your
be.
head and you're just bleeding out for like 3 minutes, and you got a wicked.
But you think,
Isn't that long.
yeah, I was gonna say, you think about it. And, I mean, it sounds like it sucks, but 3 minutes. I mean, there's nothing you could do about
Like
it.
all the injuries I've had, I remember the pain of like recovering from it, not the.
Ooh,
That is
when it
true.
happened.
that's a good point.
Like if you get your leg cut off, then where does it hurt?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about because. Yeah, true. I was trying to think about my surgeries, and that's a good point because I don't really remember the pain of like when it happened about my ACLs tearing, but I do remember the pain of like recovering from it. Interesting. But yeah,
You don't need to be worried about it.
yeah. If you're bleeding out in a car crash and it takes 3 minutes to bleed out, it's gonna suck. But at the end of it, you don't feel any more pain because you're dead.
See, if you go to the military though, and you get captured and tortured,
Jeepers, the creepers, then.
then that might be an issue.
Yeah, I think I'd be a bad victim, dude, because I would just be so sad. I would just, please kill me. Please, 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 please. Please. Like, I'll tell you whatever you want.
Yeah,
dude.
they get out the knife to put in your knee, and you're like, you immediately tell them the information they need. You're that guy. Oh.
I mean, how do people... There's no way.
How do you train for torture? Like, to take it?
There's no
Do you
way
train
there's
for
that
that?
many people, like, doing...
Torture
Dude.
training?
I guess maybe you have incentive if you got, your battalion, and it's like, if you tell them the information, all your boys is gonna die. And you're like, let them chop off all my fingers and stuff. But even then, I'm probably chickening out. I'm like, I hope you boys get out of there in time. Bro, you don't, just imagine.
So, hold on.
Imagine the feeling of getting your finger chopped off. That's enough to make it. I'm selling you out.
What if they start with, like, knuckle, and then they just keep going down?
Hey.
Man, this is such a depressing episode, bro. Oh, that's so depressing. We need to get on a lighter subject, dude.
I was thinking, I had an idea for a movie.
Okay.
I feel like I shouldn't say this on here, but I'm never going to get funding for it, so I might as well in hopes that somebody does. But I thought about a really, like, kind of funny, not funny.
Serious.
What's it called?
Very
when
serious movie.
What's it called when a movie kind of has like a crazy twist at the end? Like it does? No, maybe just like a thriller, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
But I was thinking it would be cool if there was like this movie about a guy and his puppet. What do they call him? Isn't there a real name? Marionette, I guess, that when they make the mouth move. I was thinking it'd be cool if the whole movie was about this guy's come up with his puppet and him doing comedy acting. It could be anything.
But the puppet is the real person, and the guy holding it's fake.
No,
Oh, I thought I had it.
but that's actually almost it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
actually almost it. But the whole time he's like progressing, but the thing is the puppet slowly starts corrupting him, but the problem is every time the puppet corrupts him, he starts getting more fame. And so he's like, the puppet's like, listen to me, and he like slowly corrupts him. And he just instantly turns into a horrible person. But the big kicker is the last scene, he goes out on stage. There's no puppet. It was him the whole time. He just was like the puppet was like the dark side of him coming out, and he is the puppet.
That's just Fight Club.
I don't know what Fight Club is.
You seen Fight
That
Club?
sounds good, yeah.
Is it actually like that a lot?
Kinda.
I mean, now I
It's
can't say too much about it because you have to watch it.
it is a really good movie.
But you like think there's a character the whole time in the spot?
Yeah, there's some
That's-
and you don't
that's-
know.
Really?
Dang, really?
Yeah.
Crap, dude! I was sitting at my desk and I was like, "That's a good." I literally wrote it down.
Trying to get the rights. Sell
But
the
I don't
rights.
know, I think it'd be interesting to see because it's kind of like almost having the devil on the shoulder and the angel, but like the whole time it's just the devil and he's like just whispering in your ear. You're like, oh, you sell booty pics, you'll get more famous.
Yeah.
The whole just whispering, but just that I don't know the final scene of him walking out into the crowd, and it's just him, no puppet, and it's just been his desires the whole time, like his desires of a puppet. I don't know. I think it might sell 3 tickets.
Probably. Maybe 4.
Y'all ever have movie ideas?
I really want to make a movie.
But do you know?
I'm convinced I'm gonna make one. I have a couple, but
Hey, bro, I got a movie idea. I'm going to make.
Josiah's gonna steal it.
Is a puppet. Probably an actor.
one man and one curtain in a stage.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's all you need.
It's probably a short film. Let's be honest.
I can make a short film.
Maybe like a TikTok.
No, it needs a little time to develop. You gotta kind of build like you like the guy.
If it was like him in his where are the rooms that they go in before they have to go on stage?
Green room.
Grainer.
Yeah, but they're in there. They're like preparing, and the whole time he's like practicing.
Yeah.
And it's this dialogue between like him or whatever the bit is,
Yeah,
and that's just the whole movie is set in that room.
that's what would be so
And
interesting.
he goes on stage and
Like just the thought that like you kind of start liking the guy throughout the whole movie. You're like, no, the
You
but,
can
like,
you feel bad for the guy.
You feel bad for the guy. You're like, the freaking puppet is corrupting him the whole time. But at the end, it's just
him.
it's just low key him.
But that's a twist. But like, what's the ending? That's it.
was depressing.
That black screen, and then it says A24 produced by just JJ.
What would be the title?
Oh, I was actually thinking about that too.
Twist.
I was thinking the Puppet's Gambit. I think a lot of shows,
Oh, come
I was
on.
thinking a lot of shows are doing
No,
Gambit.
that's a chess move, bro.
They're doing Gambit at the end,
Puppet's Gambit.
or the man behind the puppet, or the man inside the puppet was. I thought I should not do that.
That sounds like A24 film title.
Or the puppet inside the. That one kind of gives it away. Maybe Iron.
My hand in the
maybe
puppet.
Iron Claw
Oh,
through the eyes of the puppet.
yeah.
I don't. No, it would probably just be puppet. I think it's. I like those when it's just, Or what's the?
I like those
What did you
ones
say,
that have-
Marionette?
Yeah.
Marie Antoinette.
Mary Antoinette.
If the puppet doesn't lose its head, dude. I don't know.
It's a good idea, dude. It's kind of already been made back in 1999, but it's a pretty good idea.
Is it really that close? I'm gonna feel bad if it's really close.
The
make
the concept.
feeling is you get the same feeling from both.
Could I make it and people be like, that's a complete ripoff, or
No,
No.
Okay.
they'd be like, "This is a tribute."
The tribute.
This whole show's a cameo or whatever. I get Stephen Hawking or whoever the actor is to roll in there.
Can I call it Love the Club?
Look. So y'all have any movies ideas?
I don't have any
I don't have the ideas. I just have a lot of movies that I really like and aspects about them that I like. And the older ones where there's some good stuff in it that we don't do anymore.
Yeah.
And I just really want to make a movie.
It'd be fun to make a movie. Just go like get in there and I don't know. It's just like just your baby. You just work at it for like 2 years and then you finally put it out and it loses $20 million. That's just.
I'll be the cinematographer for it. I think that's like the coolest job ever.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know how like I love photographers, dude, but cinematographers get hosed. Like, I don't know. You can show it.
I can attest.
You can show these pictures and they're always hype, but just those black bars
Dude.
on the top and the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
dude.
The cinematic look with the bars.
If you make a good movie, you're sad, dude.
You see how many nominations Oppenheimer got this year for the Oscars?
Did both of y'all see it?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Got 13 or 14, something crazy.
I heard
Right.
somebody said that it was just somebody just made a movie to prove that scientists could get hosed.
I don't think it does that very well. I don't know. It was a cool movie. Like it's made real well, but you don't get any feeling from it. It was really cool watching it in IMAX.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
on a film. That's crazy when you don't like you see grain on the screen. Because nowadays you have like laser projection,
Yeah.
which means if you have bright scenes that have a white on it at all, if you look real close, you'll see like the colors in it. You'll see like red, white, blue. But with the film projector, it's also like 3 movie screens going up and down because it's a square format. It's just, it was insane.
Well, that's also like the highest quality you can watch a movie on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like it's like tack sharp.
Yeah, I think there's like 50 something theaters in the world that can play.
Where did you see it? Which one?
There's one in Dallas. The seats are really bad. They're like the ones you were sitting in that fold up, and you're all like this close to each other.
Oh, for like a 3.5 hour movie?
Yeah, that wasn't great. But the movie, like, I feel like it's fine even without that.
Dang, so wait, it was a 3.5 hour movie and there was like no feeling at the end? That's
It's
even
not,
worse.
it's not like, it's just not.
It's pleasing.
Sad.
It's pleasing to watch, though.
Yeah, it's nice to watch, but there's some movies where like you just get. That's what I like about specific movies. They give you like a feeling at the end,
That's what it
and
is.
and some of them are. They're just not. It's not even an unpleasant feeling. It's just okay. Something happens.
Yeah.
I think dude, you just said that and then just like my brain just blew up. I think that is what makes the movies good and what's screwing them now. Like, good movies, like just at the end, you just feel something. Like, and you don't even know what it is. And you're like, dang, you're either like sad or happy or like just a mix of emotions, and you're just like, your mind is just like, just bussing. Like, but now, like, they're trying to interject the feeling throughout the whole movie. Like, they're trying to be like, this is for black people for the whole movie.
Yeah.
Instead of just, like, letting that pop at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I saw Iron Claw, I don't even know, like, there was
Did you cry?
What?
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry, but it was just like, I don't even know what
I heard a lot of guys were crying after that movie.
It was so beautiful.
Man, I want to watch it so bad.
But there wasn't like any point to the story. But you still had a feeling.
Yeah.
There wasn't like, don't do wrestling or don't do.
Yeah.
It was just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a movie that came out recently that I've seen that's like a pointless movie. Because, like, I don't know, Fight Club, like you at the end of the movie, you feel something about it, right?
And also, you want to watch the whole movie again.
Yeah.
If you watch a movie and you're like, whoa, I need to watch that again. That's probably a good movie. But ones where there was one that came out, Dungeons and Dragons maybe came out last year.
I've heard about it, I haven't seen it.
It's just like a movie.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like generic,
It's
like
very generic.
storyline.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
Did I feel like kind
that
of
was bad.
That was bad.
Did you see it?
A lot of people said it was good, but I think only because
Josh
the
Hutcherson.
the movies you have to compare, like other horror movies, they're just so bad.
Yeah.
You don't have to do much to make a good horror movie.
That is weird that every horror, like there's not many good horror movies.
Shining.
Which is
I
why
don't
this
watch
Puppet movie would be.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You got anything else on your brain?
On my brain,
Where are we at, dude?
we're probably trying to do the math. Like an hour 20.
It's not bad.
Something.
We're giving hockey's content, dude.
Yeah. It's been a depressing one, but if you like movies, this will be interesting, I guess.
Movies, war, some Iraqi guy getting betrayed, but also carried across the gravel.
Torture.
Torture.
World.
Yeah.
Okay, if you are, what do you guys were? Are you using?
What is this question? Let me think. Is this a depressing question?
Would you rather get? Let me think. Would you rather lose all your toes, or
Next question.
or
Whoa.
all your fingers? Because
Toes. That's so easy.
but toes you can't like if you lose your toes you can't walk after.
You can get prosthetic toes.
Ooh.
Toes.
Really don't need to do much.
I've never seen toes before.
Cut a little piece out of a 2x4 and they go out there and you can walk.
No, I think you need
I
the
get, like-
dexterity of like the movement to be able to walk.
Yeah, I heard your pinky toes like basically the only thing that keeps your balance. But I'd get like webbed feet. Cut my toes off, get some webbers on there so I can swim really good.
Oh, stumped out and just professional swimmer.
Okay, think about going through life like this.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can still walk.
I can't do
You
anything
can
but
still walk.
punch people. Huh?
You can still walk.
You would still be able to walk.
Yeah, walk where?
If you like...
To do what?
If you take the brick to your foot, you wouldn't have that balance part anymore. You'd still be able to
No,
walk.
your toes are still coming. I don't know. Maybe you are.
I think they're doing a little bit. Like you might not be able to run anymore. You might not be able to climb trees, but I think you'd
Climb
still be able
trees.
to get in your car and...
How often are we climbing trees, you guys? Should we do that a week, like once per week?
Yeah, we should. Well, I don't know. I just wanted to know that before we ended it. You said torture, but I was thinking about fingers and toes.
I think you need a whiteboard, and you just have a depressing subject and cheerful subject, and you just have to keep it even.
Such a good idea.
We have cheer. Did we have cheer?
What do we have to cheer about?
I was laughing.
I'm depressed.
Well, y'all think of something to cheer for.
Yeah, Jameson.
Oh, true.
Kinda.
We talked about heaven for 20.
Yeah, true that.
But y'all, go try it, dude. Go almost die and tell us what happened.
Sounds bad.
Do whatever you can to almost die and let us know what happened.
Let us know in the comments, you guys. We need more comments.
Yep.
Not
But
bad.
I think that.
Yeah, you.
I think the honkies. That's it, dude.
No, that's fine.
Patreon.com/honesthockey's, Discord.com/honesthockey's.
Okay, I forgot we had Discord.
Praise God, dude. Get in there, say something, obtuse, and let us know.
Yep.
JJ, thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
They'll be back because we can't do this without you.
Just think if you're a Patreon member, you could be sitting right there on the world famous couch.
$1,000, low price.
$1,000. That's it. That's it.
Watch our YouTube channel, and you get to see this nice graphic.
Yeah. Watch our YouTube.
All right.
Get to see our beautiful
Please
faces.
hit the pause button before.
All right, honks out. Honk honk.